Welcome to the Elevate Life Project with your host, Michael Cohan. At the Elevate Life Project, we are dedicated to inspiring people to achieve their goals and live their dreams to their highest potential. Aim higher. Elevate your life. Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of the Elevate Life Project. And today we're going to talk about how positive delusions can help you reach your goals. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever noticed that some people just seem unrealistically confident? You know, the ones who say, I can totally do this, even when they have no experience, no evidence, and no plan? At first, it might sound like they're full of themselves, but here's the thing. Those positive delusions might actually be the secret to their success. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, wait, isn't that just lying to yourself? Hear me out. Science actually supports this idea. Studies have shown that people who overestimate their skills, abilities, and talents in a new area often perform better than those who are more realistic or worse, pessimistic about their chances. That's right, those who think they can usually do. Let's break this down. Imagine two people start learning the guitar. One says, I'm terrible at this. I'll never sound good. The other says, I've got a good ear. I can probably pick this up fast. Who do you think practices more, experiments more, and pushes through the awkward beginner stage? Exactly. The one with the positive delusion. See, beliefs fuel action. When you expect good things, you're more likely to take action and stay consistent. And when you act, you learn. When you learn, you grow. And that growth eventually proves your belief is right. So maybe a positive delusion isn't a delusion at all. It's a mindset strategy. Let's talk about a few ways you can use positive delusions to your advantage. First, positive delusions give you hope. When you tell yourself things will get better if I just hang in there, you're creating a story worth believing. Hope gives you the energy to persevere. Sure, things might not improve right away, but if you believe they will, you keep trying. And the more you try, the more likely it is that things actually do get better. Now, imagine the opposite. If you're constantly thinking, this is pointless or it will never work, how much effort are you really going to give? Not much, right? Hopelessness kills effort. Hope fuels it. Second, assuming the best opens the door for action. Let's say you want to start a podcast, learn to dance, or ask someone out. If you assume it's going to go terribly, you'll take yourself out of it before you even try. But if you believe something positive might happen, even if you're not 100% sure, you take that step forward. That action creates momentum. And once you're in motion, confidence follows. Third, remember this. Most of your beliefs are already a little delusional. Our memories are flawed. Our perceptions are biased. We're all walking around with partial truths and incomplete stories about who we are. So why not choose beliefs that serve you instead of ones that hold you back? If you're going to be slightly delusional anyway, you might as well be positively delusional. Fourth, watch your self talk. Negativity is sneaky. It creeps in, and before you know it, you're spiraling into I'm not good enough territory. The moment you catch that internal dialogue turning dark, hit pause, shift your focus. Ask yourself, what's something I can do right now to move forward? That tiny pivot can make a huge difference in your energy. Fifth, think about the kind of person you want to become. Maybe you want to see maybe you want to be someone who's disciplined, creative, confident, or calm. Start by seeing yourself the right way. The more vividly you imagine yourself as that person, the more your brain starts working to align your actions with that identity. Identity drives behavior, and behavior shapes results. 6. Visualize your success. One of the easiest and most powerful ways to create a positive delusion is through visualization. Close your eyes and see yourself succeeding. Picture yourself overcoming every obstacle with grace and confidence. When you do that consistently, your brain begins to interpret those visions as real possibilities. And suddenly, that mountain in front of you doesn't seem as so steep anymore. And finally, believe that optimism is actually in your best interests. Being realistic sounds smart, but realism can sometimes be just a fancy word for self doubt. You can always go back to being practical later, but to create change, you have to believe in something bigger first. So here's a little experiment. For the next week, exaggerate your belief in yourself. If you normally say something like, I might be able to do this, switch to, I've got this. Act as if something is inevitable, and then observe how that mindset changes your behavior, your energy, and your results. Now, let's connect this idea of positive delusion to something just as important: goal setting. Because let's be honest, setting goals without belief is like planting seeds in a dry soil. You can't grow anything lasting without watering it with optimism. So, how do we set goals that truly matter and stick to them? Step one: choose goals that are yours. So many people chase dreams that were handed to them by parents, teachers, friends, or society. Be rich, be famous, write a bestseller, and so on and so on. But those aren't your goals unless they light you up inside. Ask yourself, what will bring me joy, peace, and purpose? Your goal might be to start your own business, change careers, run a marathon, raise a family, deepen your spiritual life, or help others. Whatever it is and whatever it means, it has to mean something to you. Step two: keep your focus. Distractions are everywhere. When life pulls you in a handful, 100 directions, bring your attention back to what truly matters. Picture the life you want. See it clearly. Feel it emotionally. And then act on it daily, even in small ways. Every day, take one step, no matter how tiny, towards that dream, because consistent, small steps create big change. Next, be open to change. Sometimes our goals evolve. You might realize halfway through that what you wanted at the start no longer fits what you're going to become, and that's okay. Changing your goal doesn't mean you failed, it means you're growing, and flexibility is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. Step four: set realistic timelines, not restrictive ones. If your goals feel too far away, procrastination will always sneak in. If it feels too rushed, you'll get frustrated. Find the sweet spot where you're challenged but not crushed by pressure. Give yourself permission to move at a pace that's sustainable. Step five: break it down. Big goals can feel overwhelming, so break them into smaller milestones. If your goal is to start a business, think about the pieces: researching the market, writing a plan, set up a website, getting your first client. Celebrate each mini win along the way. Progress builds confidence, and confidence keeps the firing and the fire burning. And the last piece, maybe the most important one: never give up too soon. You might be 1 inch away from your breakthrough without realizing it. Most people quit right before the finish line. Don't be one of them. The truth is, the journey itself is where the magic happens. Each obstacle you overcome strengthens your resilience and prepares you for what's next. So even when it feels like you're not moving fast enough, trust the process. So let's bring this full circle. A positive delusion isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing a reality that empowers you. It's deciding that your dream is worth believing in, even when you don't feel that you have all the evidence yet. It's trusting that your belief, your energy, and your effort will eventually create the results you want. Because when you combine belief with action, when you hold a vision so strong it pulls you forward, you become unstoppable. So go ahead, believe in yourself a little more than feels logical. Dream bigger than seems reasonable. And remember, optimism isn't foolish, it's fuel. Stay hopeful, stay bold, and keep reaching for the life you know you're capable of creating. Thank you for listening to the Elevate Life Project. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you like our show, please write us a review. By writing us a review, you will help raise our profile so more people can find our show. Links to our sponsors and other tools can be found in our show notes, along with other useful information. For more information on our coaching classes, please visit our website at elevatelifeproject.com and sign up for our newsletter. Remember, aim higher, elevate your life. Wait.